Hey everybody, how are you doing today? Yalancy Peterson here. All right, it is Friday, October 14th, 2022, and it is 3 p.m. So I decided to send a letter to my employer. And I'll start this by saying I was with my case manager today because at the shelter, they support former residents of the shelter for 2 years after they've been housed to ensure that everything goes nice and smooth and to ensure that the client doesn't fall back into homelessness. So I've been gone just for a few months now, and they've been great. So every month, my case manager, we either meet in person or we talk on the phone. This week, it was time to meet in person. So met with her, got some really great toothpaste. This Sensitine is fantastic, and she just was asking how I was doing, and I told her that I found out that I'm still employed. I've been making phone calls to HR. I've been sending emails, and I've been calling my former work location. And all I want is to speak with the post commander and with the lead supervisor because I found out that I'm still employed. I thought I didn't have a job anymore. I thought that no call, no show took effect, and I lost my job. I go on to the website. It says clear as day, active. I'm like, well, hey, I want to go back to work. Come on, give me an assignment. So yesterday I called them, and I say, hey, I have a question. If I go to work right now in the next 2 hours, what will happen? And he's like, well, what do you mean? I'm like, if I go and try to go to the office and I try to log into the computer system to go to work, what's going to happen? Well, you're not authorized to be here. Okay. Why am I not authorized to be there? Well, this isn't your work assignment anymore. Why is it not my work assignment anymore? Well, I don't know. You'll have to talk to the post commander about that, and I'm not authorized to allow you into the facility. You're okay to go everywhere else, but to come into the security room, you're not authorized to be here. Okay. Please send them a message so that they could give me a call so I can get an assignment so I can come back to work. Things are starting to fall apart for me. Okay. We'll get back to them. We'll call them and we'll let you know what happens. That was 2 days ago. Now, the last time I spoke to them before, during the 2 days, I was preparing to turn in my uniforms. They're taking up space. They're blocking the base in my trunk, and I'm like, you know what? My music doesn't sound good. I need my closet space for things I'm actually using, and since they don't want me at work, I'll take their uniforms back. But then my coworker, she had some very kind words for me, and she told me it would be unwise to turn in your uniforms. And I thought about it, and I realized she's absolutely correct. Because if I turn in my uniforms, I'm resigning from the job. I'm quitting the job. You see, I'm following their instructions. When I signed up for the job, when I agreed to be an employee of the company, I did not request any accommodations. I didn't. because I'm like, hey, you know what? If I walk and if it causes me some pain, I'm gonna have to deal with it. But I'm not going to ask for any special treatment. I need some understanding, some consideration, but don't push me so hard that I'm actually going to injure myself. I could say I'm asking for accommodation, but I didn't put it in writing. I just said, hey, I need a job. Well, one day I had a situation. My leg was hurting. It was hurting so bad, I couldn't walk. I couldn't even balance. I had to lean on the wall to stay upright. The pain was excruciating. It was the worst I felt since the stroke. It felt like my muscle tendons were just being ripped apart, being torn like paper. So I was sent home. A couple days later, I look up, my entire work assignments, all of them, just gone. I'm like, what's going on? Oh, we're gonna find a new position for you that can better accommodate you because we're worried about your health and we don't want anything to happen to you. And I'm like, okay, I can work with that. They proposed a new position with a different company at a different location, and I wasn't exactly crazy about the position. In retrospect, I should have applied for it. Probably would have gotten the job. In fact, I know I would get the job. But I really want to be with the security. Why? Because, let me see, I'm making nearly $20 an hour. I've got 3 days off every week. I get paid every week. They have this great app called Daily Pay. I get paid every day. Plus full benefits. I didn't know I had sick leave. I didn't know I had vacation time. I didn't know I had health insurance. But hey, all of it's there. And the back office for the HR stuff is just fantastic. I love it. But I'm like, okay, they give people a lot of incentive. I mean, a lot of incentive to want to work for them. In fact, if I go work for any other company, it's going to be a step down. There's no question about it. So I really want to work for this company. And, I like working with my coworkers. They apparently like getting along with me. I'm being told I'm doing a great job. But I'm being repeatedly told you are not being terminated. I asked them at least 4 times over the course of my time there. When I started running into problems, am I being terminated? If I keep doing this and this keeps giving me a problem, will I be terminated? What are the limits of what's going on? I want to be advised before I get into the yellow zone here. I need to know because I don't want to hit the red zone, because I need my job and I want my job, because I need the money and I want the money. I mean, we are not talking algebra here. It's just a simple ABC equals 1, 2, 3. So, and it's easier for me to just continue working at this job and put up with whatever I have to put up with so I can take care of myself properly. I am not trying to lose my house here. I'm not trying to lose my car. I'm not trying to lose my phones. I'm not trying to lose what I have worked for so hard since my stroke. So I sent him an email today. And I said, I am professional and I am thankful, because I realize for the remainder of my life, I'm not going to be happy. I just won't be happy. I already know this. My days of happiness are over. I have a duty to myself. I have a responsibility to myself. I need the money to take care of myself. And I'm like, you know what? I understand and I accept and I get it. They don't want me there. They don't want me there for a whole lot of reasons. They don't want me there because I'm disabled. They don't want me there because I'm black. They don't want me there because I'm older now. They don't want me there because they just don't like me. You know what? At the end of the day, I can accept all of that. I can. They don't want me there because they want certain types of people working there. I get it. I understand. And you know what? Hey, it's cool. Me, I'm not a fighter. I don't necessarily say that I go along to get along, but you know what? Let's just go on ahead and say that. I'm going to go along to get along. Why? Because I do not want to live in my car again. Because I do not want to smell like a landfill when I go around in public. I do not want to worry about where my next dollar is going to come so I can eat. I don't want to worry about where I'm going to go to the restroom at. I don't want to worry about how am I going to keep my clothes clean, keep myself clean. I don't want to worry about those things anymore. So I will do what is necessary for me to have an acceptable life. And that means I'm going to have to do something I don't want to do. Get a job, work at a place that doesn't want me, that is telling me everything in the world. We don't want you around. Okay, fine. When's my next check? Let me be a professional and let me be thankful and go on. Because I've learned that rejection is part of life. And people who are successful, they know how to handle it well. Granted, there are all kinds of laws that protect me from all sorts of things. I get it, and I want to take advantage of it. I truly will, because people have died and suffered to put me in the position I'm in right now. And I recognize that. I truly do. People are dying and suffering right now to keep me in the position I'm in right now for a wide variety of reasons. Because there are folk that want me dead. Folk that do not want me to be successful. Folk that want me to suffer and languish. I'm like, okay, I understand. I get it. So I sent them a letter and I said, look, here's the deal. I need a work assignment, or I need you to formally terminate me so I can move on with my life. To me, it's just that simple. Because I am tired of playing games. I am tired of this waiting thing, because they're like, oh, there's this thing about now what an employer is going to do is they're going to wait out the employee, wait for them to quit, resign, and move on to another job. Why? So they don't have to pay me unemployment, because they were the ones that took me off of my work assignment. I'm like, you know what? Be professional enough and just terminate me. Period. Just give me a termination so I can go collect my unemployment and I can move on with my life and do what I need to do. You might, why am I even sitting here making this video? Because, last couple of days I've been off my medication, okay? Look, I've been going from happiness to crying and snotting all over myself and giving up stuff and doing this to now blabbering on about a job that clearly doesn't want me. So I'm like, hey, you know what? Look, it ain't that bad. I mean, I'm supposed to take the medication. I ran out of it for 4 days. I finally was able to get across town to take my medication like I'm supposed to, and I think I'm going to be a little better in a couple of days. But the fact of the matter is, this does not feel good. It really doesn't. This is why people are resigning from jobs, leaving, don't want to deal with employers anymore because of games like this. On the one hand, an employer tells you, oh, we're looking for people. We're looking for people that want to work. But then they turn around and play nonsense games like this. Well, you continue working people like this and treating people like this, you're not going to have employees. I'm like, when I went to the job, I told them I was looking for a job that paid, well, how much did I tell them that I was looking for? I was looking for $5 an hour. And the lead supervisor looked at me like, $5 an hour? Are you joking? Minimum wage is 15. I'm like, sir, I want a job. I mean, I can sit at home and pop pills and stay asleep all day and deal with my pain and nurse my wounds because, ooh, it was me, I had a stroke. But bottom line, when I signed the paperwork to move into this nice, pretty accessory dwelling unit, it came with responsibilities. And I'm like, okay, I need to get a job. And so I did what was necessary, risking that I would potentially have another stroke, really realizing that I could potentially injure myself on the job. Look, I ain't trying to sue nobody. I'm not trying to get mad at nobody. All I want to do is keep a roof over my head, keep some hot water flowing, keep some electricity going so I can eat beans and rice every day. That's all I'm trying to do. So I'm like, hey, employ me properly or terminate me. Put it in writing so I can move on. But I'm not resigning because I didn't do anything that warrants resignation. And I don't give up. I'm not giving up. I know how to walk away, but that's different than giving up. So, those of you who decided to switch over to the channel, to just simply Ulancy, I truly do appreciate y'all so much. I really do. The reality is I was still riding on the coattails of Ride with Peterson. That channel was made in part because of recommendations from other rideshare drivers who were more successful than me, namely Uberman, and a number of his subscribers went over to my channel because of the strength of his recommendation at the time. And for a while, my channel was great. I was doing pretty good. But the thing is, the foundation of my channel was being ignored. And I had to respect that. And so I had to make the decision to say, you know what? This channel has changed from what it was to something different. And what I need to do is, those who want this type of content that I'm going to be giving now, I needed to give them the decision, the choice to actively move over. That way, everybody's happy. I'm like, hey, you know, and that way it gives me more freedom to talk about more stuff. Ride with Peterson is going to be specifically about rideshare because that's what it is. It's a rideshare channel. Ulancy, however, is going to be about just about anything under the sun. If I see a comment and I like it, or I see a comment and I don't like it, but I think it will get some views, well, guess what? I just have a video idea. Consider this a YouTube reality channel. That's what this is. This is a YouTube reality channel. And I am a observational commentator. That's what I do. I observe something or something occurs and I make a comment about it. And hopefully that comment turns into a few pennies that will get me a little money. You never know. I might be mega successful with this, and who knows? Or I might be a nice little tiny channel, and we go from here. But now I feel that the shackles are undone, the anchor is cut off, and I am free to float and fly and soar and really truly explore the goodness of YouTube. All right, everybody, I will catch y'all on the next video. I'm gonna let y'all know how this saga with my job goes, because I really do want my job. Either that or I want my termination letter so I can move on, because I need to. Have a good one.